up, everybody? Wednesday, happy hump day to all, and to all a happy Wednesday. I hope y'all doing good tonight. We're back again. I have a blank slate. I have nothing, zero planned. So we got to figure out what to do tonight. What are we going to do? We got a lot to cover, for sure. And what we got here, Val, Kimber, and us. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you, man. Juji, good evening to you. Bronson in the house. How you doing, brother? Great to see you again. Darrell, happy Wednesday. How you doing? Good to see you. Darrell says, don't forget to hit that like button. Absolutely. Donald James in the house. Donald, I saw you wearing your Raiders shirt tonight, so I was like, I got to wear my Raiders shirt tonight. If Donald going to do it, I got to do it too. I was watching the stream, but I couldn't chat, man. I was busy working, but I liked the video and I watched it. That's cool, man. But I saw that Raider shirt. I was like, I got to get mine on tonight. All right, let's see. Boba in the house says, from your point of view, I'll be retiring in a few weeks, and I have some bucket list items. I have a Fender bass I want to learn to play. YouTube tabs are for free. Take lessons or learn on my own. If you have that time, buddy, get some lessons, man. Get lessons. Look up Lester Mitchell right here on YouTube. He's a great friend of mine. He's an awesome player. He's an amazing teacher with a very, what's the word? Economical rates. How about that? I didn't want to say any other word for that, but yeah, he's very economical rates. He will walk you through everything. He's one of the most patient peoples I know in this world. I would say get the lessons, man. If you're gonna be retiring, you got that time, take the time. And that's what I did. When I was a kid, I took lessons. I took lessons every week for 2 years straight from 2 different teachers. And I credit a lot of my skills to that, for sure. Understanding. Let's see. Big Wave in the house. It says Tommy from Pollock Pines. Good to see you, bud. He said, let's go Raiders. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you, bud. The rail's ready to rock. That's what I am talking about. Gloria's in the house, says hello and good night, everyone. Wish I could stay, but I got to get up at 5. Oh, boy. I hear that. Hope y'all have a great one. Thank you, Gloria. Much love to you. Take care. Have a great night's sleep. A better day. Donald James knows. Let's go Raiders. Well, we got the Patriots. Raiders at Patriots. Sunday at 1 Eastern time. I'm looking forward to that. Let's go. Val says he has very low patience. I feel that, man. Me too, sometimes. I am a very patient person, but, inside I'm not so much. But I hide it well, let's say that. Boba, you're welcome, buddy. My pleasure, man. And thank you for that question. That rules, man. I guess we'll do this one here. The old intro canon. This one's a good one to play. We'll get this one started here. Actually, no, we didn't do this one this week. How about this one? interesting one there. Let's see what we got next. How about we do soundtrack? We haven't done soundtrack yet this week, so we'll load that up whilst we check into the comment section. Oh, let's see. Someone went bull riding. What? Oh, Juji said nothing exciting. Bulls and errands. Oh. So bull riding. Nice, nice. We like it. Val Kimber said he rode a bull for about a second. Oh, a real bull? Dang, dude. That's crazy, dude. All right. Gloria says, good night, Rick and Stars. Much love to you both. Hope you have a wonderful night and finally break 65. We're going to try tonight. We're going to try. Feisty said, I ruined my washing streak yesterday. Oh, man. I don't know what to do about that, man. The streak is over. You'll get it back, man. You'll get it back. You gotta be that Iron Man, you know? The Iron Man of the game. Never miss a game, man. If I said a song title idea, Troll Crusher. Sounds like for a death metal band, probably would work out. If I said, was that new or NOS? N-O-S like nitrous? That's not new at all, no. I play that quite a bit. It's like a nice chill jam. Okay, Judy said Bills. Okay, got it. Not Buffalo Bills, but the ones you gotta pay, I'm guessing. Val said he got to say yes, and he got thrown. Judy said, sorry, I'm on my phone. It's just the worst. I know. Autocorrect is it's not fun sometimes. It'll come up with some wild stuff. But I feel that. Bills. Oh, new old stock. Yeah, not too bad, man. I don't know. I have a date on it. That said, new 26. Oh wait, new to, I don't know, something, maybe 26, 20, 24. I don't know what kind of naming convention that was, but yeah, it was probably last year. But I don't play too much. Donald James, I just realized you need to post on my live Discord. Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Yeah, if you're live and we catch it, you going up there, man. So in case anyone wants to check. Val says, Rick, can you play your blues song tonight? Let me write that down, buddy. We shall play it, man. Because tonight is blank slate night. I didn't have time to honestly put a set list together, but I got a couple ideas. Patricio Pons from Argentina. Muchas gracias. Bienvenidos, mi amigo. Judy said Bulls would have been way more exciting. I know. That could have been wild. All right. Well, here's something bullish right here. This is the old soundtrack 11. Let's go. pretty good, pretty cool song. I like playing that one. It's got a lot of cool ideas to it. All right, we're gonna slow it down just a touch after that one with a nice soothing ballad to cool you off after that hot shred. And a lot of comments here already. Let's see what we got. Val said that's the first one he ever saw in person. Okay. Todd S. now says Rick grabs the bull by the horns. You know how we do, brother. Jake Vibin says, killing it as usual, I see. Hope your day was amazing, Rick Shredstrom. Thank you, buddy. It was a nice day. Actually, very calm day today at work. I was surprisingly slower than usual, which is always welcome. Can't beat a slow day at work. Val says, yeah, we thought about breeding beefaloes once. I was raised in Cal. There you go. Steven Sheets now says, tomorrow's my birthday, and I'm going to be 32 years old. Nice, brother. Happy birthday, man. That's very cool. I don't celebrate my birthday anymore, but in my 30s I did too. Yeah, that's cool, man. Hope you have a great day tomorrow. All kinds of good times happening, man. We appreciate you. Ju G, thank you so much. Patrice says, awesome. A little bit of blues before going to sleep. There you go, buddy. Dog eat in the house. How you doing, brother? Todd S knows no BS guitar player. That's right, brother. Mark Andre, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, Mark Andre. It's very appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much. Levi, look at, I'm old. I'm very old. You can Google it. I don't say my age. I do not announce my age anywhere, but you may Google it. I promise you, it's on the internet. Very much embedded into the internet, my age. But it's probably older than you think. I look young. I feel young. But Doggy says, week's almost over. I'm so tired. I feel that. Even with a 3-day weekend, I'm like, I can't wait for this next weekend to come up. T-Bone in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Levi sweating that one. I know. I'm not that old, but I'm not young either. I've been around a long time. Let's say I survived the 80s for sure. But let's cool it down after that one. This one's a nice chill ballad. Let's see, or mostly I think. Let's see what we can do with it. think that was nice. Nice and slow, nice and chill. A little speedy at the end, though. It felt good. I like that one. I do like that one. I like the transition to the kind of upbeat part. That's a cool transition there. Let's see. Thank you, Mark. Clayton in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Patricio's into that one. There you go. So Jake had a tough day at the office. He said, the work sucked, but it doesn't matter when I'm here. The day's over and I'm happy. There you go, buddy. I feel that, man. There are days when I'm working, man, and I'm like, I cannot wait for this day to be over. My God. Hurry up already. I feel it, man. Today was not one of those days, but I've had those days. I've had several days in a row like that. It's just like, my God, this week will not end. But you know how it goes, buddy. Oh, let's see. Val says Bulls and Chinese drama would be a game. Yeah, right? Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Patricio says, Rick, today was a very difficult day for me. I really needed this. Thank you, and thank you, guys. You're welcome, Patricio. Glad to have you here, buddy. Donald James says the keys kept changing on that one. Yes, sir. Two different keys on that one. Mark Andre says, love the classic solo. I appreciate that, buddy. Devious Raffing says, can you play The Great American Nightmare by Rob Zombie? I've never heard that one. Maybe I heard like Dragula and More Human Than a Human, but I never got into Rob Zombie like that, buddy. But I appreciate you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with Rob Zombie, that's for sure. Thank you, Feisty. Jake says, Rick working today wasn't even the worst part. It's the time I would have had to practice. Now, that's true that, man. True that. Yeah, when you can't practice, man, that makes the day worse, man. That makes it worse. And I feel you, buddy. There's days I can't. I get on here and I'm warming up while I'm warming up. It's like, yes, I don't get to practice. So a lot of times, sometimes this is my practice. So I feel that, buddy. Evan, LO to you, brother. Good to see you. Judy said, every day that ends here is a great day. This is true. It's like the end of a rainbow. You find the pot of gold at the end of the shred rainbow. Jake says, but regardless, I'll practice harder Friday. There you go, buddy. But hey, man, just grab your guitar right now. Let's strum it up, man. No problem. Practice some exercises, man. All right, we'll do shadows. We haven't done shadows. I don't think we haven't done shadows in like a minute around here. Like, it's been a minute since we've done shadows, so let's pop that up. And the news for Juji, I think the beanie, it got delayed. There was some stitching issue, and it's been fixed, and they will proceed with getting it to you at some point soon here. It looks like we went a little crazy on the stitching part apparently, but the team at Fourth Wall fixed it. Thank God, because we don't know. All right, this one's called Shadows, everybody. Don't stay too long. You might get sucked into the pyramids of shred. Let's go, Shadows. And check out that shirt on the screen. It's a nice new item to our store. right, Shadows. Hope you got out of there safely, because that got a little crazy. That song will suck you in there for sure. All right, now I definitely don't know what to play after that. Let's see what we got. How about this one? We didn't play this one in a while. A little Suave after this. All right, what we got here? Zorillo, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that there. Donald James says Thunder Kiss 65. I showed some people where White Zombie got that from. Oh yeah, where? Oh yeah, isn't that from like a old school horror movie? Wait, like one of them black and white horror movies or something? That's funny. That's crazy, dude. Rob Zombie's a big old school horror fan. You know that's right. Jake Suave said, you know what? I think I will. I'm extremely tired, but I can hear my guitar calm on in. There you go. There's some exercise won't hurt. There you go, buddy. Mark Andre, thank you so much, my friend. Feisty knows. Walk in the shadows. By day we're living a dream. Walk with me. Walk in the shadows. Jeff Tate, man. Juji knows the pyramids of shred. Watch out. Evan says, Shadow Man I am. There you go. T-Bone, thank you, Evan. Jake Five said the shadows are creeping in, but I'm totally okay with that. I know, right? Anyone see the Thunderbolts? That shadow dude, man, was crazy. If you've seen the Thunderbolts, that would be freaky. I don't know about that. Sleepless, good to see you, buddy. Thank you, man. Jake says, Rick had a question about those minor triads. Is it played in the order of the lowest to highest? Lowest to highest, yes, sir. So yeah, the first one is like a. Like that, and the same with the other string. Oops. Yeah. So yeah, start with the first exercise says 1 and 2, string sets 1 and 2. Practice it like that. String sets 2 or 3, then 4 are starting on the D and starting on the G. Good exercises to work on. Just play it like that. Bam, 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 bam. One note at a time. Or you can do it as a chord too if you'd like. If I says never live in someone's shadow, this is true, man. This is true. No worries, Jake. You know I answer any question you got, brother. Dude, you said fire in the pyramid shadow. Yikes. That one is awesome. It's just cool. Thank you, buddy. I like that one. It's a fun one. If I said in the shadow of the ladder, the black cat was splattered, but it didn't matter until the mirror was shattered. That sounds like something from Stephen King right there. Val Kimmer knows shred like an Egyptian. Oh, there you go, Feisty. You say you don't feel safe alone in the night, but you feel the pressure building in your head. Our secret's safe for one more night, but when the morning comes, remember, I'll be with you. So beautiful. Man, that's one of the best. That album is my favorite album. I have a Rage for Order t-shirt coming. I'll be wearing it next week. I guarantee you that. There you go, Val. You're welcome, Jake. Okay, it's from the Faster Pussycat Kill. That's that Russ Myers movie, yeah. And like where Faster Pussycat got that's true. Sleep said I may be tweaking, but I can find that song. If I can't find that song, yeah. Catacomb doesn't exist anywhere yet. Only in the live streams, buddy. I'll have to record that soon for sure. Maybe we'll try and do a cut of it on Sunday. But yeah, that's a crazy one. But I haven't released that one just yet. Soon though. So many songs to release. It's unbelievable. All right, let's play this one. It's called Suave. Nice mid-tempo chill one here. is called Suave. I'm thinking about calling Suave y Fuego, like smooth and fire. Thinking about it. I don't know, appending the name a little bit, but that's a cool one right there. I do enjoy playing that one. All right, let's see. Like I said, some people feature their pets from time to time in the stream. Being in Florida where they are legal, I suggest an opossum. I've seen one out there. When we go outside, man, at night. I think one tried to eat our trash one night too, man. I'm like, yo, you need to get out of here, brother. Sleeper says, I love Kale. Come on, Kale. We'll play it tonight then for you, buddy. We'll play it tonight. If you need to leave or something, let me know before you go or something, and I'll play it right then and there. But it'll probably take a few more songs for me to get super warmed up. But he says, K.com. I'm suing you for getting that stuck in my head. You can't sue me. call Schlemming and Schnurrigan. They'll take care of you, buddy. Steve Choquette, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Dylan in the house, he said, don't be mean to trash kitties. That's what they're called. I think, so raccoons are called trash pandas, but opossums are called trash kitties? I did not know that. Colby Strickland, do you play guitar? I sure don't, buddy. No, I suck. I suck at it. Completely suck at it. Because it's not a guitar. It's a hand-eye coordination game, which I'm pretty good at with a controller. Like Call of Duty, I'm one of the best, probably top 20% in the world every time Call of Duty comes out. But I tried Guitar Hero just for fun. And yeah, it was like, I get a couple notes, clank, clank. I'm like, oh my God, what is this, man? But yeah, you got to have good hand-eye coordination, which is just a lot of what guitar is, but it's different on that for sure. Steve Dub, thanks for that, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Big Brother says, 2 questions. Do you have a favorite guitar player? Yes, Yngwie J. Malmsteen. So also, do you have a favorite riff or solo? Any era? Yes, Judas Priest, Electric Eye. Absolutely, bud. Evan said, questions make him laugh sometimes. I feel you. Doggy says, heading to work, don't play speeder while I drive. Yeah, it's going to be, we'll probably play it, but it'll be a couple down the road here for sure. Let me know when you're safely parked, dog, for sure. Evan, Donald James, Smooth Fire. Wouldn't that be cool? I think that's a good name, Smooth Fire. Interesting. Zam knows 7 days a week, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sleepless says, take your time. I'll be here for a couple hours. All right, Donald's feeling that one. Evan says, raccoon is tasty according to me. I would not know. I will never know. No, thank you. Donald Jason, I wonder what Rick's ranking is on COD. Probably not so great right now because I haven't played. But when the game comes out, I will crush, man. I will be in like the top 20% every year, man. But then I just slowly fade off, man. I think Black Ops 6, I was, whatever, I got to like 500 something. My level, my mastery level was like 500 something. But what I do is I grind for the mastery camos every year. So I use every single gun, and you get all the camos done and all that stuff. That gives you a ton of XP. That's what usually does it. Dylan says, I have Gran Turismo boot up ready for what it's time to. All right, we got to make sure Dog gets to work safely, and then once he lets us know, we'll do it. Zam says, make sure you mention the J in Yngwie Malmsteen. That way we don't get confused with the other Yngwie. My man watched the hearing aid video. That's amazing, dude. That's amazing, brother. Remember that. It's David St. Hubbins from Spout that goes, I like the way he uses the J in his thing, Yngwie J. Malmsteen. That's not to confuse with the other Yngwie Malmsteens in the world. Love it, dude. That's awesome, buddy. Donald James said, who wins more 1v1s in a fighting game? Stardust? It depends. It's hard because, I don't want her to get mad, so I take one for the team quite often for her. Don said, I just get the feeling Stardust is good at Tekken. I don't think she's ever into those type of games. She likes the shooter games for sure. But Stardust can crank it down on Call of Duty too, man. She's always in the top 3, if not the top first player, always in any match. Matthew Butler said, I don't care what the next song is. I'm gonna blast my speaker. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Evan says, In Vain makes my veins pop. Who's In Vain? Sound like a band. Sound like a band from LA in the 80s. Yo, what's up, everybody? We're In Vain. Make sure you tip your bartenders and waitresses. Let's go. Erica Alvarez, hello to you. Good to see you. All right, next song, huh? Let me see the next song. Oh, we had done that. How about this one? Wait, how's it go? Let me see. That sounds too slow. Okay, it's this one. Alright, can't go wrong with this one. This is always a fun one. I love playing this song right here. It has no title. I still don't know what this one is. I'll tell you what, I gotta go back and make 8 counts on this. It's driving me crazy. The song with no name, but that's a cool one. That's my tribute to Chris Oliva, if anything, right there. I have to think of something that fits Chris right there. That'd be sweet, though. Oh, so next, what next? I don't even know. All right, we'll check some comments and see. How about we just do some classics here? All right, T-Bone says, "What's your opinion of Stevie Ray Vaughan? And can you jam anything of his?" I think Stevie was an awesome guitar player, yeah. I never got into him though like that. Listened to a lot of his stuff, but I was more Hendrix. I grew up earlier. I grew up in mostly the 70s and 80s, and Hendrix was the guy we listened to. But I heard Stevie, probably hit the scene with David Bowie back in the day, and it was like Duke could play. And then stuff like Texas Floods, amazing playing, man, for sure. But yeah, I've never learned any of his stuff, to be honest. Val says, insane in the vein. Insane in the membrane. Chris Redmond, much love to you, brother. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Vice says, Doug guitarist is Russian, I think. Who's that? Doug guitarist. So many guitar players out there. Matthew Butler says, speakers up. That's what I'm talking about. Zan, thank you. Evan says, SRV is like EVH. Both brother rip. True that. People don't know about Jimmy Vaughn, man. Jimmy Vaughn is an amazing guitar player, too. I think Jimmy is Stevie's older brother, I believe. And man, that dude can play, man. That dude can play. Thank you, Val. Jake said, took a little break. I'm really getting it. I'm really getting the first part of those tracks. And it's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. It's very, very important to know those, man. It's very helpful in the future. That's just one key, though. You get that down. You let me know when you get that down. We'll move you to the next key. And we'll try the next one. Zam feeling the christening. There you go, dude. I like that. Let me think of that, man. Let me think on that. I'm feeling that, Zam. That's a good one, actually. Because it's like for Chris Oliva, the christening. I'm going to think about that. I like it. Matthew says, I know the title starting at the end. There you go. Val said, Riviera Paradise. There you go. Don said, riff to get stuck in your head. That's a good riff. I like that riff. Like I said, man, it's classic. It's like a classic Sabotage, old school Sabotage riff, something like that. God of Lobsters, what's good, buddy? How you doing tonight? All right, let's see what we got. All right, how about Apocalyptic again? Apocalyptic's nice to play. All right, let's move it on. Actually, we're supposed to we'll do some classic jams here. We'll do some classic jams. How about, whoa. Let's see, what we got. Let's fire right into Symphony, or Until the Bitter End. How about that? All right, this is the title track to my album right here. It's called Until the Bitter End. If you're interested in hearing the album, it's on my YouTube channel here. You can just go to my YouTube page, look for the Releases tab, and you can check out the entire album for free. Stream it as much as you like. If you'd like to purchase it beyond that, you can go to iTunes and Amazon to buy the album, of course. But yeah, this one's called Until the Bitter End. This is the title track. Hope you enjoy it. right, that was Until the Bitter End. That was a good cut of that one. That was a real good cut right there. Oof. I was feeling that one for sure. All right, there you have that. Let's see. Where's this other one here? Keep popping some shirts up here. Where's this shirt? There it is. We're going to move on to the next song called The Fire Within. This is one of the biggest songs I ever wrote. So let's do, we got a lot of comments here. We're going to check this out real quick. Let's see. Evan says Tommy Emmanuel's brother rocking electric Morse shredder saw. I never heard of him. I mean, I've heard of Tommy Emmanuel, but never his brother. Matthew Butler says the christening is actually dope for him. I think so. I'm going to think on that one. Val says, Rick, do you know the actor Stephen Tobolowsky? He was the insurance guy. What about Bob? SRV played in his band. They were like 15. He said Stevie was killing the badge. I don't know that name, but I remember that movie. But man, that's crazy. Yeah, I bet, dude. I bet, man. Stevie was amazing. A lot of people that were amazing when they were young, you know, when they start off. I wasn't super amazing. I was pretty good. I'd say I was pretty good when I was like, 16 years old. By the time I started playing the bands, I was good enough. How about that? But man, yeah, some people just really had it under control. Look at Tyler. He's 14. He'll probably be, I don't know, man. You remember like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure when they go in like the year 2300 or whatever? That's where Tyler's playing's already going to be in like another 5 years probably. Sleepless, thank you, Val, thank you. Lisa in the house, good to see you, Lisa. Crow in the house, how you doing, brother? Great to see you tonight. Chris Liggett, there you go. Val said he think it was around 13 or 14 when it came out. There you go. Don knows that's always a banger on that Until the Bitter End. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Val says Tommy's a killer player. Yeah, he is. Insanity. SS in the house. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Donald James says Tyler is from the future. I believe so. I'm pretty sure, man. I think his parents, man, they had like a time machine. After he's like maybe when he's like 13 years old, it's like shot him off in the future and learned from like some crazy people and said, "Come on back." Brought him back, and then they sent him back to the past, like the 1800s or 1700s, real quick. Take some lessons from Mozart and Bach and stuff, and then here he is. He's back. I think Tyler has a time machine. Honestly, he might have a time machine somewhere and just gets lessons from like the greatest composers of all time. Anyway, this next one here is called The Fire Within. This one is a classical jam session for the ages right here, and one of the most difficult pieces I have for sure. I hope you enjoy it. Let's go. fire with it, man. I tell you what, I've been back on Voltage this week, and I swear, man, it's some of these tunes I've been playing like beyond better than I've ever played in my life. So good. The Voltage, it's where it's at. Mountain Dew, help me out, hook me up. Oh man, that's cool. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the show thus far. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. If you're having a good time, we'd appreciate it. Minty says, can you play some of the Soul of Domination for me? I don't know that one, buddy. I don't know much of any. I know the riffs. I know the riff, yeah. I love the riff. I'm trying to learn that I learn the solos, man. But I do love old Pantera. First two albums, the first two major albums of Pantera, I really enjoy a lot. Val says Rick and Tyler come from the same alien race of guitarists. It's possible. My mother always said I was left at the doorstep by somebody. Gypsies or aliens, I never know. You never know. There you go, Val. Stardust knows. Val, appreciate that. Juju says from the planet Shred. Absolutely. Pella got the count. 102 likes. Not too shabby tonight. Juju said in the Shredderverse. I know, right? Gotta watch out for that one. The Shredderverse is crazy. Sleepless, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Crow. Kirsty Polaris from Australia. Good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing well. Donald James said, I think I got the main theme of that Until the Bitter End down. It's the rest I need to get down. No doubt, man. That's a fun one there. Sleepless said, you should make a song about Mountain Dew. We do. We have a Voltage song called Voltage. We have a song called Spark. And we have a song called Freeze. We have 3 Mountain Dew songs so far. I've been trying to write a song about the Cabo citrus flavor. Hasn't come up yet. Val says the pause makes that. The pauses make that song. Yes, sir. Yeah. Dramatic pauses for sure. You gotta love it. All right, let's see what we got next. Are we covered to that? I don't think Dog's made it to work yet. Dog ain't said he would work yet, so we can't do that speeder. He still might be driving. So how about we do Storm? We'll do Storm Rider, and then we'll open it up, man. Anything goes after this one. Of course, we'll play speeder at some point when we know Dog is safe from driving currently. We'll do Storm Rider. So break out the umbrellas, get your raincoats, get your galoshes, whatever you need, because we're about to ride this storm. Let's go here. there, man, I felt like I was at a concert with a symphony orchestra for some reason. I was just like I was in a zone right there, I think. That tune was going hard, man. Oh my gosh, like I don't know. Sometimes like I just have out of body experiences playing this stuff. Like I literally pictured myself the full symphony orchestra behind it. I was like, oh man, dude, that was crazy. That was crazy. I felt good. I'm telling you what, man. This new. There you go. See, you gotta look at this new label. It's the new and improved Mountain Dew Voltage label. It's doing it, man. It's really they put some extra oomph into it, I think. I'll tell you what, man. It might have been the best thing Mountain Dew ever did was rebrand all these Mountain Dews. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. Juji knows do. Val says Rick is the Mountain Dude. I know, right? Jake said you should make a song about Code Red. It would probably be called Sick. I swear to God, I drank so much Code Red back in the day, man. It made me sick of it. Like literally physically sick of it. Like my stomach didn't like it no more. Like, oh. I used to love it. I like them. Well, you can't really like it. They have a Mountain Dew Livewire, which I truly loved, orange flavored. But there's already a Livewire song, Motley Crue. So, not sure if I could pull a Livewire song off. Had to be like something wired up or something. Crow had his umbrellas out. Juju's pouring some water. Jose Tiago Silva from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Obrigado, mi amigo. Y boa noche. Good to see you, man. Sleepless. There you go, bro. Crow's fin. A Boquette Samuel in the house. How you doing, Boquette? Good to see you, brother. Down Jane says Rick putting some extra swag in. Dude, I was somewhere else right there. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know if it was me playing or what. That was some wild stuff. Juji said Shred Power 1000. Boquette said ×5, make it 55,000. Thank you, Val. Crow says system overload. There was some craziness going on there, man. Evan says one morning coffee enough for me. I know. I don't drink no coffee. You'd be surprised. I drink water, but pretty much primarily water all of my day. And then I'll have a sip of Pepsi for lunch. And then I have a Mountain Dew here. Then I just drink water. So the only time you ever see me really drink is Mountain Dew. Now, if we go out to eat or buy something, get something delivered or whatever, I do have a sugar Pepsi, the Pepsi throwback. I do drink that for when we're having like a nice, hamburger dinner or whatever, pizza, stuff like that, All right, why don't we just kick it into Super Drive here? We have not heard from Dog yet, so we'll go ahead and rip into Chaotic Calm. I'm definitely warmed up for that. Don J said, it was hella sick. It was crazy, dude. I'll have to go back and watch that one again. I might cut that one, make a video of that. This is ridiculous. I don't think I made one mistake through the entire song. It was just like, it's just like perfect. That was almost perfection. I don't recall making any error in that one. Everything was just perfectly timed, hit every note right. I don't know, man. That was a crazy one right there. But this is about to get even crazier right here. Oh, we do have a shirt for this too. Well, let's pop up this shirt too while we're thinking about it. Let's see, this one for Sleepless, if I recall correctly. We'll get that Chaotic Calm cooking here. This is about to be a super overload. This is like a shred overload times 1,000, All right, let's get to it, man. I don't even know what kind of disclaimer I need for this one. This is like 200 beats per minute. It's the fastest thing. I don't know. Hold on. Strap yourself down to the floor or something. This one goes chaotic. Hence the name. Chaotic Calm. Let's do this. There you go, chaotic. That was a shredding one there. That shreds hard, man. Good Lord, it's crazy. Man, that was feeling crazy good on that one. Let's see what else we got cooking. What else can we do tonight? Try to look through the old. How about this one? We don't play this too often. We'll slow it down slightly for the next one because that was pretty fast. Let's see. Jose Obrigado. Dude, you said off the charts. Sleepless feeling that. Says, Jake says, dang, Rick, the intensity on this one hits hard. Thank you, buddy. That's a crazy one there. Ryan Black, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Sleeper said, this is one of the first songs I heard on your live stream. I'm hooked. Yeah, that's a crazy one, dude. I should find it. If you guys want to hear it, I think I have it somewhere. It's like the original version of it with me and my friend Chris singing. Like it's totally black metal singing style. And probably pretty shredding as well, but I think I have a copy of it somewhere. I was cracking up listening to it, man. Oh man, I wish we had some translation. Well, obrigado, Jose, obrigado. Crow's like, ah! Oh, shoot. Let's see, I haven't said King Diamond covers got me in direct. There you go, buddy. You can't go wrong with King Diamond. Sleep said, it's so beautiful, just the right amount of everything. Thank you, buddy. Evan said, Marshall must have been adopted then. You had Jackson, Paul, and Marshall. There you go, man. Val Kimmer's feeling that. Ryan Black's like, what the heck, man? Val Kimmer says 55 subs to 65K. We might be able to get there. We might be able to get there, man. If not tonight, tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Sleepless, thanks, buddy. Dude, he's like, let's go. Evan said Martin's still in the closet about to be a slide guitar. Shoot. Feisty's feeling the chaos is so calming. Yes. It's a crazy one. Boquette says pretty brutal, powerful, fast, and melodic. Great song, 100% though. Thank you, Boquette. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you, Crow. Lisa, thank you. Juji says, welcome, everyone. Please hit the like and subscribe. Glad to have you here. Absolutely. Sleepless was way feeling it on that one. Donald James says, can you quickly describe the sweep you do there and what key it's in? Okay, yeah. It's nothing but a minor one, and I kind of just like do it as a broken chord, so like it's like a So this would be D minor. What's the standard E minor, or this would be E minor or D minor arpeggio. So, yeah, just a class. If you're tuned down to D, I'll give you the notes. It's 19, 15, 17, 14, 15. Is that 19? I don't even know what I'm doing. 15. Okay, so 19, 15, 17, 16, 17, 19. All the way down. There you go, buddy. Matthew Valentine says, you know anything from Black Sabbath? I know a few, man. Anything in particular? Mostly non-Ozzy stuff, just riffs of Ozzy, like the old classic. I was learning this one the other day. This is off the Eternal Idol. We were talking about Eternal Idol. Yeah, people don't get into the. I don't. People so much into Ozzy, which is fine. I got into the stuff way after Ozzy, the Ian Gillian stuff, the Dio stuff, the Tony Martin stuff, and we've been talking about Ray Gillen, who sang on the demos of the Eternal Owl album. So I'd love to hear. Sleepless says, I'm down to hear that. Which one? It says, you guys seen the Baron on YouTube with a real gold and red painted harpsichord? The Baron. I know there's a guy I watched. His name's Vinatero. He had a sweet harpsichord he played. It was like some $18,000 harpsichord or something. That dude's got like 8 million subscribers. And he's probably one of the best piano players on the planet. I've never heard this Baron, dude. I'm going to check him out, man. Evan, make sure you post that on the Discord so I can go check that out, because I do love some harpsichord. Feisty said black metal is a type of cast iron, which is pretty weak as far as metal goes. Possible. Yeah, most of the black metal stuff like this. That's what when I hear black metal, I hear that stuff. Lisa says, smash the thumbs up and please show some love. Pella, fun of you, rock brother. Thank you so much for that super chat, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Anyone seen Time Bandits? John Cleese as Robin Hood. It's one of the best, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Evan says, I play black metal. I go to Discord and watch some uploads. There you go, buddy. Don say, you got it. Perfect. Sean says, I'm ending the night. We're here with you. Always right. Thank you, Sean, man. Appreciate that, brother. Very good to see you, man. Sleepless, appreciate that. Donald James says, somebody wanted me to play Dark Throne today, so I did. I think it was Transylvanian Hunger. Interesting. AP knows who's got some metal in their blood tonight. That's right, bro. What we got here? He says some Japanese right in there. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Elijah Cooper says, you ever watch the Dukes of Hazzard? Buddy, I watched every episode of Dukes of Hazzard ever. And then, people don't know this, but Chuck Sheldner, when we used to hang out, he loved Dukes of Hazzard. He loved it. It's like he had videotapes of it, like a ton of videotapes of it. We just sit there and watch it. We'd be totally wasted out, hanging out. He's like, you guys want to watch some Dukes of Hazzard? I'm like, hell yeah, dude. That's some of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. Loved it. I used to think I was part of the Duke boys, man. I love that car, man. Roblox in the house. He says, bro, why is my country weather day, but not right? How I feel that, man. Where you at, man? Okay, Evan says, that's the one, Rick. Vinatero. Yeah, I think that's his name, yeah. He's amazing. Crow's feeling that mayhem. There you go, man. Dakota Horner back in the house. How you doing, buddy? Evan said Attila is a legend. I never heard that one. Juji sweating bullets. Val Kimber, Catherine Bach, yeah. Daisy Duke, man. My cousin had a Daisy Duke poster, man. It was amazing. I was like, Dad, can I have a Daisy Duke poster? He's like, no. I was like, nah. Donald James says, wow, Chuck Lords, man. Dude, it's amazing, dude. Chuck likes a lot of old like the late 70s and early 80s stuff was like comfort food for Chuck. He loved that stuff. Charlie's Angels, dude. He used to freaking love Charlie's Angels as well. That was another one we watched a lot. And he even did the theme song. He had Richard and everyone learned the theme song to Charlie's Angels. And they used to open with that, like as an intro. It's amazing. Val knows Duke boys. Bo and Luke Duke. Uncle Jesse. I love it, man. Boss Hog. Roscoe P. Coltrane. You Duke boys. AP said, did I miss Throne Sight? You did not. We can play it right next, buddy. We wide open. Dakota says, what's your favorite song to play? It could be this one here, buddy. The one we're about to play, Throne of Obsidian. I like this one a lot. Evan knows Boss Hog. Liga Cooper says, Dukes of Hazzard, Smokey and the Bandit, Back to the Future. Oh, man, dude, the classics, dude. I love Smokey and the Bandit. Smokey and the Bandit 1 and 2. I love those movies. I mean, Jackie Gleason, it's unbelievable. The the back and forth between Jackie Gleason and Burt Reynolds was one of the best ever, man. It's one of the best ever. Thank you, Lisa. Jake knows Charlie's Angels a classic. Yep, I'm smoking the bin. I loved smoking the bin. I wanted a Trans Am so bad when I was a little kid. I ended up getting a Firebird, but it wasn't like the one in the movie. That's for sure. Val says Cooter became a comedy. Yeah, I know, right? I remember hearing about that. It's funny. Evan says, Rick, you need to watch the Gene's interview. Okay, yeah. I saw. It was on my timeline. Or it was in my news, my Google News or something. But yeah, the headline was like, people said they didn't. He said that Gene said that people didn't like Symbolic when it first came out. That surprised me, man. I was like, wow, man, that's a great record, man. When the first riff that opens up is just amazing, man. That Symbolic riff itself is just absolutely sick, man. All right, where's Throne, man? All right, Throne is right here. I mean, just kicking it in. Crystal Mountain is one of the best songs ever. Crystal Mountain's probably one of Chuck's best songs ever, man. I will watch that though. I promise you that. Don Paluto in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Okay, dog made it. All right. We'll make sure we throw Speeder up in here. We gotta play the blues song too. I believe Val requested earlier, so we'll play that too. We won't forget. Elijah said he just got done watching Smokey and the Band #1. Oh yeah. I have that on my Apple TV. Unbelievable, man. Jake said he got the first Smoking the Band on DVD. You might watch it after work Thursday. There you go, bud. That's a classic, dude. You can't go wrong with that one. AP knows we're just some good old boys. Just the good old boys. Yeah, buddy. Dakota said, what types do you have for beginners to guitar? My songs are... I have no songs that are for beginners. Maybe the blues song, something you can jam over. But yeah, every song I have is probably extra advanced, crazily advanced, man. But I do have some instructionals on my channel, buddy. If you're interested in that, those are for anybody. Those instructionals are for anybody from beginner to intermediate to advanced, and they can help out. I promise you that. There you go, Sleepless. Evan said it really surprised me how. You could dislike. I know. I mean, I was there for the recording of it. I was there for when they were writing it. It was amazing, dude. It was fantastic. Gene lived with Chuck for like months, like two months, and then Steve DeGiorgio would just fly down every couple weekends, and it's amazing to see, man. It was amazing to see. Well, I said, I mean, the last time I watched Smoking Band was when I was 6. That's a long time ago, man. Matthew Vaughn says, you know anything from Nevada? Other than the Las Vegas? Nah, that's about all I know from around there. Donald James says, Symbolic was a great album all the way through. It is. Oh, shoot. Jake says 169 likes. That's 169. There you go. Rituraj Mukherjee, he says, how's it go? I don't know. I never learned it, man. I never learned too much. The only Pink Floyd I know is like a... It's really the only Pink Floyd I ever remember. It's just from memory. Donald James says, "What's your favorite race movies?" I think it's a movie called Grand Prix from like about 1966. I think that was. Maybe it was after that. I can't remember. But it's got James Garner. It's a great movie. Don't watch Driven. That's not the greatest movie. It's kind of cringe, but it's kind of funny. Not my favorite though. The new Formula One movie is actually really, really good. Also, Rush. Rush is an amazing movie with Chris Hemsworth, and it's an amazing movie. It's amazing. I can't think of any other racing movies off the top of my head though, but those are probably the couple ones I remember for sure. Evan knows Spirit Crusher. Spirit Crusher. There you go, Talladega Nights. Not really a racing movie, but yeah. That's a classic. That's so good, man. You gotta love Will Ferrell on that, dude. The best thing about that movie is the commercials when they're doing like the recording the commercials for all their sponsorships. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Maypix. Oh, no worries, Lisa. Never worry about that. We appreciate you. Jake said, I have tons of classics on VC. I've seen a lot of those. That picture you put out is sick, dude. Don Jake said, you ever meet Devin Town? I never met him, dude. I never met him. No. He's awesome. I would love to meet him one day. That'd be sweet. But no, I never crossed paths with him, ever. There you go, dog. Save me, Tom Cruise. Save me, Oprah. I'm on fire. You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby. Death Race 2000. There you go. That's a cool classic. There you go. Jake. Chip, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Surprised I never drank Mountain Dew as a kid. I don't know, I drink like Coke, Coca-Cola mostly, and RC Cola. So I used to drink colas back in the day when I was a kid. Never really got into Mountain Dew until later on. Let's see. Wait, how do I miss Chris? I didn't see Chris's comment. What the heck? Oh man, I'm screwed. My chat be tripping. I said, anyway, oh yeah, Evan Kelly, yeah, Ford versus Ferrari. That's a dope one. That's a dope one for sure. Donald J says, "Phew, I'm glad you didn't say it fast." No, I don't like those tuner cars, man. It doesn't excite me one bit. Doesn't excite me one bit. Elijah said, I met Tom Wopat at Cooter's Garage in Gallery. Nice, dude. Oh, yeah, right, dog. Ting pong, prune candy. That's amazing. Jake said, Rush is my favorite racing movie of all times besides Ford vs. Ferrari. Yeah, Rush I love. Lisa said, did you forget about Cannonball Run? I didn't forget. We haven't talked about that one, though. Yeah, Cannonball Run. Oh, my God. Some of the best. The best part about those are always the outtakes. Love the outtakes, but yeah, classics for sure. Stephen Ernie, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Dog, he said he grew up on Faygo. That's some good stuff too. I remember Faygo. Oh yeah, Chris says Panther Piss. That was that. You said that was about Mellow Yellow, I thought. Juji says Juggalo Juice. All right, well this one we got Throne of Obsidian. Let's pump this one up. Did I put the shirt on? Did I put the shirt up? I sure did not. Let's get that shirt up here. Got a lot of shirt songs tonight. Gotta love it. All right, throwing it up. Let's get that thrown in there. All right, are you man or woman enough to sit on the throne of Obsidian? Let me know. Let's go here. This one's for AP. Let's rock. Throne of Obsidian, that's crazy. I don't even know if I could man enough to stand on the throne of the Obsidian. That's a crazy one right there. Intense, intense. All right, we do something fast, we gotta play something slow. So we'll do that blues song for Val right after these comments. But man, there you go, there you go. The Wraith, that's a good one too, man. Yeah, the Wraith's a classic, man. Charlie Sheen, right? That's a good one. Jake Vibe said prune candy is going to be inscribed on my gravestone. I know, right? That's one of the funniest. And they had like the outtakes with like 30 different more versions of everything. I was like, oh my God, dude. Sleep would say it's an 80s racing movie his dad showed. Nice, dude. Which one was that? I gotta look for. I missed what you said. 80s racing movies, man. I don't know. I can't think of them. Oh, The Wraith. Okay, The Wraith. Duh. Yeah, that's a classic. Yeah, Charlie Sheen's in that one. Elijah said he got his autograph on a 125 scale. Generally, oh man, that's nice, dude. That's what's up. You gotta love that. All right, Lisa giving the dog some treats. You gotta do it. Dog said he grew up in the same neighborhood as ICP. They were way cool back then in our area, but then the Juggalo stuff started. I feel it. Evan said as long as it's not winter, it would be a bit cold sitting on an Obsidian throne. Most likely. You have to wear some butt pads for that. Oh, man. Val says, I'm just a juggalo everywhere I go. David Lee Roth. Doggy, there you go, buddy. Thanks, Moldy. Appreciate that. Russell said, I thought Rush was a drug movie. That was, yeah. The first movie called Rush was, yeah, the drug movie with Jason Pat. I actually have that. It was like back in the day, like they were giving away free movies on this, on Fandango or something. I can't remember, man. Or something when it first came out. It'll give you like a free movie. You just like watch a couple ads, you get a free movie. I actually have that movie. But yeah, there was a Rush movie in, what was it, 2015, 2016 maybe? It's the story of Niki Lauda versus James Hunt in the 1976 Formula One World Championship. It's pretty amazing. Gino's man on fire. Thank you, dog. Russell said, I would 100% rock those leather overalls DLR was wearing in the clips I saw. True. Daily Roth has some wild stuff, man. Russell said, I need Corey's holographic suit and DLR's leather overalls. Didn't he have like those buttless chaps, man? I was like, no, please don't do it, David. We don't want to see that. Jake's 5 is feeling that. Val says from back in the day, Russell? Kurt Russell? He was back in the day. Juji said, I was just looking at the most ridiculous outfits people were, oh my God. So yeah, real funny. So I remember back in the day, you know, when Kiss had the song Tears Are Falling. That's like one of the better Kiss songs in the mid 80s or whatever. But a friend of mine, he said, he posted on Facebook, he said, it's like, this was a great song, but look how cringe this video is. I never noticed it until now. It's like, that's a cringy video, man. They got the wackiest looking outfits I ever seen in my life on that. I was like, wow. And Stardust did, here's another funny story. Stardust did not know there was she never read Queen of the Reich. I don't know. She knows, Stardust knew Queensryche, like the Empire and the Mindcrime stuff. But I was going through my timeline, and then Queen of the Reich video, the original Queen of the Reich video was in my timeline. I was like, you ever see that? She's like, no. I said, you got to see this. That's probably one of those cringiest videos in the world. One of the greatest Queensryche songs ever with the most cringy video. It was probably almost as bad as what's that? The Dokken one. I can't remember. Oh my God. The 80s were bad. The 80s were so bad. Stephen Ernie says, awesome, Rick, my head just exploded. No, we got to get you back together. AP says, behold the throne, Richard the Red. That's what's up. Jake's 5 and said, intensely good, like riding a roller coaster. I feel that. New 3DS says, yo, that was awesome. You should play banjotar. It's a really funny instrument. I never heard of a banjotar. What's that? We got to look that up. If somebody can find a banjotar and post on the Discord for me, we'll take a look at that together. Don says, yay, the blues. I like playing it. There you go, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Dog said we lost our heads a long time ago. I feel it. Pellet Funner says hit that like button, everybody. We like what's that? 37 away. 37 away from 65,000. Can we do it? I don't know. I'm feeling like it's a tomorrow thing. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. Because we only got maybe like a song or so left. I got a lot of TV to watch. I missed. We sat and watched Brody last night. He kept going to like 1:30. I was supposed to watch Alien, but now I got to watch Alien, South Park, and the new Beavis and Butthead season came out today. We got to check that out. Pell got the count, 191. Let's go. Big Wave, he says, what gauge strings are you using, Rick? These are Ernie Ball Super Slinky 9s. I've been using these ones for probably my whole life, man. For me, they're the best. I've tried many a string, but I landed on these Ernie Balls and never let go. Jake said he saw the outtakes and deleted scenes on the DVD. Comedy go, true that, bud. Sleep says the Wraith and the Cars movie are the only racing movies I watch. Oh, Cars, you can't forget about Cars, man. Those are some of the funniest, man. Val Kilmer knows that Buffalo stance. We always stand with the Buffalo stance. Every time we dance, so don't you get fresh with me. Who is that? No money, man, take my love. Sweetness that I'm thinking of. Who's that? Nana? Nana Cherry? Wow. That's a classic Buffalo stance. There you go, Val. That's what I'm talking about. Doggy says, when I say they were cool, I was in elementary school. Oh, man. Sleeper says, would Smokey and the Bandit count as a racing movie? You could. I mean, Burt Reynolds was racing that car quite a bit. Oh, there you go, Don. Donald James says, John C. Reilly and Will and Step Brothers. Oh, God, Step Brothers, dude. Step Brothers. Yeah, Jake knows Step Brothers is goated. It is, man. It is. AP says Brittany Fox called and said girls' school. At the girls' school. I don't know about them dudes. That's some funny stuff, man. That was definitely a cringy video, yeah. All right, Sleepless is back. Southwest in the house. He says J.R. Brown has his Gisteel guitar. Amazing, nice. I'll have to check that out. Well, that's a long name. Renan te hago Lima Díaz este año de más. Muchas gracias, amigo. Doggy says new Beavis and Buddy. Yes, sir. Today is the day. Today is the release of the new season. I'm ready. Evan says 36 away. Let's go. Judy said, oh my God, watching tears are falling. That's hilarious. Cupcake looking. I know. And Paul Gilbert with the jazz hand. Paul Stanley with the jazz hands. Oh, bad. All right, down now. Yeah, the band girls' school. That's a different. There's two things, Donald. There was Brittany Fox, and they had a song called Girls' School, and then there was a band called Girls' School. So yeah. Val Kilmer knows Vixen. I've been living on the edge of a broken heart. Don't you wanna fall? I don't wanna cry. Classic. Jeremy Cohen said, "This is the house of learned doctors." Yes, sir. Man. Donald James talking about the Runaways, man. You ever see that Runaways movie with who you got? The girl from Twilight, and then Dakota Fanning, and I don't know who else is in that movie. That's a pretty good movie. It's pretty all right. Steve says, I lie. There's more racing titles. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Le Mans. You ever see Le Mans with Steve McQueen? That's a good one, too. Jake said, one of my earliest memories of watching Cars, sitting in the Cars themed chair playing with a Lightning McQueen car. Dang. You was in that. You was in that stuff, man, for sure. All right, let's go. Let's get some blues jam action. For anyone that wants to play along, this is in the key of D. A D minor. Let's go. Nice little blues jam right there for you. That's a cool little song. I like that one. It's like, you know, it's like they took the typical, not typical, but non-typical 1-4-5 blues pattern, but I put the seventh chords on top of it to get a little more jazz feel. I like that one a lot, though. That's a very, very fun song to play. Okay, Dog said he was at work. He is safe from Speeder's possible destructive clutches. So we'll get a Speeder cooking here, or we'll get that loaded up. Oh, let's see, man. Getting so close to 65, y'all. Man, shoot. I don't know if we're going to make it tonight. But that's okay. We'll definitely get it tomorrow, and we'll blast past it, man. That's what's up. Let's see. Wallace Matos from Brazil. Obrigado, amigo. Boa noche. He's a guitar player, too. That's awesome, bro. Great to hear that, man. I love it. Let's see. Sleep would say, yeah, so many cars for Hot Wheels. Oh, man. I had Hot Wheels growing up. You know, my little kid. I mean, I was way too old for cars. I watched the movie, though, of course. But, yeah, when I was a kid growing up, I had Hot Wheels. Like, you would not believe. Like, it was a case of Hot Wheels with, like, 2 trays in it. So it was probably, like, 36 Hot Wheels up in there, man. It was crazy, man. I used to love those things. I had Hot Wheels tracks. I had slot car tracks. Slot car tracks was my thing. We had a pretty big, you know, house. I don't know, whatever you could say. It was like a 3-2 or whatever. It was pretty big for, you know, the pretty large size. But we had a living room that was huge. And I would take all my slot car tracks, and I'd have this monster track. It could go through the entire living room, part of the dining room, too. And, man, I would play those slot cars like you would not believe. Jake Bobbin feeling that one. There you go, brother. Juji said, loving this. Thank you, Juji. Crow said he had a crush on a guitar player for Vixen, Jan Kuhneman. I kind of like the bass player, you know, back in the day. The bass player, she looked the best to me out of the bunch. But that guitar player, she had that crazy hair with that black tips or something. It was pretty wild looking. Sleepless was feeling it. There you go, buddy. Dog eat. Mustafa now. How you doing, buddy? Southwest says them old down Florida way gator snapping blues. That's what's up, man. Thank you, Mustafa. Val's feeling that. There you go, Sleepless. Thank you. Felipe Martinez. Hello. Doggy was feeling that. There you go, buddy. Dude, you said it was in my dreams. He wore the sombrero and the fringe trench. That wasn't bad. It's Breaking the Chains. The Breaking the Chains video. Oh, if you've never seen the Breaking the Chains video from Dokken, it's in that one video, Juji, the Dokken behind the scenes video I posted on the Discord. They have that video in there. It's got to be one of the worst videos in history. Sadly, great song, bad video. Just like that Queen of the Reich video is rough. That's a rough video. Val feeling it. There you go, Mustafa. Thank you. Cole says, what tats do you have? So I got this one here. It's a old band logo from the 90s. It was a rip off of the Bacardi bat. And then that is the Eye of Horus. Got that because of Power Slave. Which coincidentally I believe today, if I'm not mistaken, is the 40th anniversary of Power Slave being released. my favorite albums of all time. Power Slave, Iron Maiden. If I remember, it was either today or yesterday. 40th anniversary. Amazing. AP, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. That was tough, strong, and straight lives. Thank you, buddy. Dean Draver, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Jeremy's feeling. He said that was a killer jam. Appreciate that, brother. Don saying that. John James, I noticed the key change or the seventh. Yeah, the seventh notes. Yeah, all seventh chords. Every chord enters a seventh chord, except for the chorus part, of course. I just modulate to the same key, but you go to the sharp 5 of that. Doggy, there you go. He's ready. AP, you're welcome, brother. Becta in the house. Spasiba, my friend. Doggy said he worked at Toys R Us back in the 90s in the stockroom. There was a rule: if you found a buried treasure, they would sell it to you at the original price. He found a Ozzy Bark at the Moon Hot Wheels. Wow. That's wild, dude. That's something, man. Doggy said, dang, I thought it was a Wu-Tang tat. Nah. Wu-Tang ain't nothing to F with. Juji's partying it up. Well, stop it, thank you. Donald James says, damn, I didn't know that. I love Power Slave. Yeah, I saw it on Facebook, I think. I was scrolling through Facebook. I was like, really? September, either yesterday or today. I can't remember, man. Things, my days go by so quickly sometimes. I see so much things. Southwest knows up them irons. Yep. Donald James feeling that 2 minutes. Sleep said he loved Hot Wheels. My dad has a drag strip for Hot Wheels. You put 2 of your cars on choice, hold to 6, and you flip a switch. I love those, man. I think I was getting too old, but they came out with like a Hot Wheels. It would like you could push the car along, and then there was a piece in the middle that would, like a magnet or something, that would push it even further. That's kind of cool. Thanks, AP. Dog said, my Hot Wheels unfortunately had the same fate. Fireworks in the dirt pit behind my house. I feel that, man. And the G.I. Joes. Steve says, where do you put the cars? Where you put the cars is raised up so the switch is flipped. I've seen that. I've actually seen some YouTubers. They do that. They got little Hot Wheel races and stuff and big tracks lit up. That's pretty cool, man. It's very cool. AP says, did I hear speeders going to rip down the feed? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chris, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, my man. Very kind. Yeah, so let's hit that speeder right up in here. Let me get that shirt because we've been talking about racing for quite a bit tonight, and speeder is about racing. That's for sure. And when Stardust made this, I said, Stardust, I want a Formula One type car, and I want it to look cool. And she's like, how about Cyberpunk Formula One? I was like, that'll work. And hence came the shirt, the Speeder Neon Edition tee. This thing is sweet. This thing is sweet. I got one of these. I'll be wearing it next week. I promise you that. I'll be wearing a whole new crop of shirts coming up next week. Get ready. Get ready. I can't wait to wear one. There's one I'm excited to wear. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to surprise you with that one. But I can tell you, I got a Speeder shirt. I got a Rage for Order Queensryche shirt. It's gonna be fashionable next week. Much fashion. All right, well, Speeder, here it is. Let's go. This is a fast one. If you're seated, buckle up. If you're driving, pull over quick. If you're flying, get that autopilot on because we're about to go bumpy in this. Let's go with the Speeder. right there, man. Yeah, I'll tell you what, this new Mountain Dew, man, this new label is doing it. It's the extra oomph that you need to place on this stuff. I swear. I don't know. Same great taste, great new look. Mountain Dew Voltage. Let's go, man. Nice, nice. I was feeling that one. That was a good one there. A lot of good cuts tonight. A lot of good cuts tonight for sure. Jake Survivor said, I think I'm done practicing and I'll continue practicing, upload a video. I probably love to see it, buddy. Love to see it, man. And make sure you post it in that lessons and learned or whatever section. We'll try and get some more stuff. I'm going to try and get some like little bits and pieces up there for you guys too, and some other stuff to mess with. Jake was ready for that speeder. Sleeve said, if I can find the Hot Wheels track, I'll let you know what it's called. Yeah, for sure, man. I've seen some stuff like I said, there's a couple of YouTubers that do like just Hot Wheels videos. There was one that was sick, man. The dude had this mega long track like in his backyard going through like drain pipes and all kinds of wild stuff, man. It was cool, man. Juji said, pull over, sir. You're listening to Speeder. Thank you, Lisa. Cam Hodak says that, and Alan Parsons probably too. Similar, yeah. Yeah, it's Eye of Horus, but again, I mentioned earlier, it's because of Power Slave for me. I love Iron Maiden Power Slave, and it's on the back of the cover, and it's also, they mentioned the Eye of Horus in the Power Slave song. That's one of my things. Donald James said, you guys a Raider helmet on. I feel like, I don't know if you can see it, man. I got up in the corner, under my Funkos, I've got a Rich Gannon signed mini Raiders helmet. It won't fit my head, though. Lisa said, hang on tight, you know how we do it. Dog, thank you. Mustafa, Juji, thank you. This made me crack up. Bocat said, I'm tucked in, I tucked my bed. Does that count? Yeah. If you made it like that hotel, if you ever go to a hotel, man, they tuck in the sheets so tight, man, you can't move. So if you did that, you're good, buddy. Vice said, the speeder, a deceiver, be careful how much you please her. You got to watch out, man. Doggy says, you might need the straps you hold in. I know, right? Chris, thank you so much, buddy. Very kind of you to say. Appreciate that. Mustafa, there you go, buddy. Val Kimmer, he had the paddy wagons cooking there. Southwest says, shredding like a lightning fire. There you go, brother. Bocat said, no strap, but I got some glue. Make sure it's Gorilla Glue. That's the tough one. Or Flexia, one of the two. Val Kimmer says, subscribe if you dig the Rickness. Absolutely. What is that, 11 to go? Man, dang it. Hey, there you go, dog. You felt that glue. Gotta have it. Mustafa, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you, Lisa. Boquet got his fire extinguishers out for that one. Val says, we so close to 65, dang it. I'll have to do a couple more here, man. Megalithic Block says, you're an unbelievable guitar, brother. Rock, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. Very, very kind of you. Uh-oh, Judy says, eyes burning. Thanks, Rick. She's shredding the bed. I feel it. Have a great night, Juji. Donald James said, everyone safe? I hope so. Doggy said, he's all jacked up on speeder, Chip. I hear that, man. Thank you, Val. All right, Lisa has confirmed she is safe. Good. It's one of those, I was marked safe from Rick Renstrom's Speeder song. That's what you do on Facebook. AP said, that song is so effing badass. I can't tell much all over, bro. Thank you so much for playing. You're welcome, my friend. Absolutely. Donald J said, you think he got whiplash trying to play that song? I don't know. 2G, there you go. Sleepless said, the name of the Hot Wheels track is 1997 Mattel's Hot Wheels Grandstand. Put drag race launcher. I remember seeing those drag race launchers. I got a friend, old friend in Ohio that he collects so many sick Hot Wheels, man. They got a mega collection. I got a few. I got a Michael Schumacher Hot Wheels Ferrari F1 car from 2002, I think. And I got a sealed up Dale Earnhardt Hot Wheel too. Maybe it's not sealed anymore. I don't know. I got a bunch of weird stuff I picked up here and there. Speeder, Jeremy says, Speeder gets me going every time. Probably my favorite Renstrom original. There you go, brother. See, I'll definitely look it up. I love that stuff, man. Jake says, Storm Rider always hits different live. I love the intro bit compared to the vid you have. Yeah, I was trying so hard every week. I was trying to like get a good cut of that, and I was like, man, that's the closest I can get, man. But sadly, with me, being a perfectionist, I do it better and better and better every time. Some nights are better than others. They get crazy. Let's see. Vice says, do you remember what month you passed 20,000? I sure don't, buddy. I don't remember nothing no more. I don't remember anything about this. All I know is we want that 100K. We trying to get that 100K, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But it was earlier this year, I think, at least maybe February, March, maybe. These lives are just blowing up for me for a while, which was amazing. And then my videos were doing my short videos were doing crazy too for a while. I was getting a good amount of subscribers from that. So. YouTube's a big game. You gotta keep playing it. You gotta play to win. Speaking of winning, did anyone buy a lotto ticket? I bought 10 quick picks with the Powerball. I was hoping Stardust would say, Rick, stop the stream. Just stop. Just get in here. I haven't heard anything from Stardust, so I don't know if we won or not. Val says, who are the cool 11 that gets Rick to 65K? I know, right? Oh, my man says, they make you weld in New York for that. I know, right? Lots of welders in New York because it's an island, so they got plenty of underwater welding too. Mowers and Music, God bless you, brother. Thank you for that. Dexter Morgan in the house. He says, long time subscriber, man. You stand on music more than most guitar players. Not talking, honestly, you play exactly what I love to hear. Like every second is exactly what that's amazing, bro. And love your name. I've watched every season of Dexter. Except I haven't seen the new season yet. Dang it! Paramount Plus is BS, man. I really hate Paramount Plus now because they've locked all this. I pay for Paramount Plus, yet I can't watch the new Dexter season. I'm like, you need Paramount Plus Premium. Take your Paramount Plus and shove it in your Paramount, man. Wow. But man, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Sorry for my Paramount Plus rant. Nightcloaks Game Studio says, not even joking. I got my first guitar 3 days ago. I was feeling sorry for myself because I'm left-handed. Then I come across your channel. He's like, man, hey, buddy, no problem, buddy. Don't matter. Right hand, left hand, you got it, man. Jimi Hendrix was left-handed. Bunch of players are left-handed, man. So, Kurt Cobain left-handed. Nick Bokoff from Grim Reaper left-handed, man. There's a lot of them. I got a friend right now, Miles Dimitri Baker. He plays with Ice Nine Kills, left-handed, and he smokes, bro. He is an amazing player, man. So yeah, never worry about it, brother. Never worry about it. Oh, Nightcloak says, that's what I'm doing. There you go, man. Val Cameron said, Rick would be still shredding his man. I would, man. We would have a whole new set. We would have a whole new set. Black Metal Lou, thanks, bro. Appreciate that, man. Dexter says, tonight's the night. I feel it, man. Well, Black Metal Lou says, I'm a shredding guitar player from the Badlands. He's legendary. Thank you, man. You talking about Badlands Jakey Lee? Shoot, man, I love that. AP says, very happy to join this community, and Rick, you rock. Thank you, brother. My man, he says, the propane peller spider needs a shot. He declined to proceed with that eye glitter. Oh, my gosh. That's crazy, bro. Evan says, Black Mirrors, now you need to upgrade to premium for your web. Yeah, exactly. Remember that? You see that? That new season of Black Mirror was insane. That was insane. What time is it? We got a few minutes, man. I do need to get out of here, but I'll play a couple. How about a couple of classic solos, man? We need 10. What do we need? 10 more subscribers? 9 more subscribers. All right. I just started playing this last night, so we'll play it again. We'll do a couple of Ozzy's, man. Rest in peace, Ozzy, man. We'll start with this one first. We'll start in reverse, Jakey Lee style, right here. Jakey Lee Barkett, the moon right there. How about that, man? Now we'll go backwards. Go backwards to Mr. Crowley, Mr. Randy Rhodes, man. Cannot go wrong with Randy. Beautiful. Boom. That's what it took. 65,000, y'all. Thank you so much, man. That's amazing. Thank you to every single person out there that supports me for that 65,000. I truly do appreciate it. We might play a couple more, man, just to get over the hump there. What we got? How about a little? We'll go from Ozzy over to Mr. Dio. How about that? Let's kick it out with some Holy Diver. Godiva. Yeah, man. That's a good one. How about a little Judas Priest? Can't go on Judas Priest. Everyone loves Judas Priest. Who doesn't love Judas Priest in this world? If you don't know Judas Priest, I don't know. So what we do? We did Ozzy, we did Dio, we did Judas Priest. One quick Yngwie? How about a quick Yngwie? Trying to push past this 65 just a touch. Yngwie J. Malmsteen is one of the greatest guitar players in the world. If there was no Yngwie, there'd be no me. I'll see the light tonight. That's pretty much a rundown of some of the best 80s stuff you ever hear in your life, man. Gotta love it. All right, we got a lot of comments. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. Thank you so much for getting us to 65,000. That's another milestone notched up, man. We on our way. 70,000 is the next stop, so we got to get there. And we're gonna work hard. We're working hard to get there. I appreciate every single one of you that support me. Thank you so much. Flame of Udon, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Evan. El Cuban Taco, thank you, appreciate that. My man said Buck and Bullet Bucky's like a Mutan needs bomber cars. Yeah, man. Mustafa, there you go. Val had to count 4, 3. Joe Friedman, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. Doggy, you rock, brother, with that super chat. Thank you, bro. He says 5 more subs. Yeah, we got it. Gotta love it. B. Wolfson, thank you so much. Mustafa's like, that was really good. Reindeer Jones, is that Indiana Jones' cousin? Reindeer? I don't know. Donald James like, boom. Let's go. Thank you, Val El Cuban. Thank you, brother. Evan's feeling that. He's like, he's waiting. Donald was like, that's right on the nose. Oh, yeah, buddy. Flame of Udon, thank you so much, buddy. El Cuban's like, that's fast. There you go. Lisa, you know it. We made it. Not just me. We. This community is the best. So we thank everyone for supporting us. And this community is the best. It's the best. Dog Eats, he got that checker flag ready to roll. AP said, props to all you who made it happen. Absolutely, absolutely. Southwest, get it, he says. Flame says, do you know any Alexi Lewis? I wish. I really didn't get into Children of Bond too much, but the very first album, Something Wild, I love that record. I think that's the best record to me. I've heard a couple other ones after that, but that was the one I just kept listening to, man, because it has such a great thrash and classical combination. It was just unbelievable. Evan said Rick has a Discord group that's equally as chilled out. Come on, people, join that Discord too. Have some fun. Bo Quet, there you go, brother. El Cuban said, bro, you're one hell of a guitar player. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Bo Quet feeling that. Paula R in the house. How you doing, Paula? Great to see you. Like I said, total BS should be the 65 million. I know, right? One day. Made you look. God bless you, brother. Thank you for that. Sleepless. There you go, brother. El Cuban, thank you, bro. I know. What did this dude say? Whoa. My man got some troubles wherever he be. Donald G says, I love Judas Priest. Wait, what? AP says, shout out to all rock on. You know that's right. Bouquet says, crazy how the song looks without the singer. I know, right? I could probably sing it, but you never know how that works. Val Kimber, there you go. El Cuban Taco. Evan's like, what's Mr. Scribble on about? Mr. Scribble. I mean, that's what you're going to call him right there. Donald James, those KK and Glenn were a pair of mean players. Oh, my God, yeah. If it was, I mean, those are the dudes. KK and Glenn were the guys that really got me started on guitar. I wanted to play Judas Priest songs so badly. I was like, man, I love those dudes. El Cuban, this is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. This one's from 1992. These are very, very, very rare. Southwest of the other limits to shred through that. Yeah, Gerardo, we have a Discord channel for the Rick Renstrom official friends and family. It's on my, if you go to my bio, my channel page and look at the links, there's a Discord link with the free invite. So check that out, buddy, if you're interested. Donald James says 100K is the ultimate goal. Yeah, that'd be number one, man. Get there, see where it takes us. Jake's like, man, Dio, Yngwie, Ozzy, and more. So many good songs. Thank you, brother. Bo Quick got there 6-5-0-0. Donald James like the Hate Crew. Yeah, that was a pretty good one too. That was a pretty good one. Thanks, Flame. Appreciate you, brother. I think that's good enough, man. Well, I appreciate everyone hanging out with me tonight. Yeah, it was not too shabby tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night. That's September the 4th at 10 p.m. once again. So make sure you're subscribed. Hit your notifications. I schedule every single live stream, so we'll definitely be on tomorrow night wherever you are at. And that's September the 4th at 10 p.m. Eastern. But with that being said, I got to go chill, man. It's time to watch Alien. It's time to watch South Park. It's time to watch Beavis and Butthead. I am ready for that. Absolutely, AP. Here's to a great stream tonight, man. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us tonight. And that's it, man. I'm out of here. We'll be back tomorrow once again. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I put videos out every single day of the week. I go live 5 times a week. We have the best community you shall find on YouTube. I promise you that. So there you have it. Everybody, I want y'all to stay safe out there. I want you to be good to each other, and I want you to take care of each other, because that's all we have in this world. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, have a great rest of your night or day wherever you're at, and we'll see you tomorrow.